No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Shining through the lights and through the lights and through the lights and through the people. You know what? I should have had the lyrics to the song New Year's Evil in front of me. That way I could have actually sung the song versus did what I just did. Through the lights and through the lights and through the lights and through the people. Oh well, you guys won't mind. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by on this. Look at the computer here. December 30th, 2021. Last radio show of the freaking year, if you're going by the Gregorian calendar, which we're all pretty much forced to go by. In the Northern Hemisphere, it makes so much sense to usher in a new year in the dead of winter, but that's the way our rulers set it up. See how many people show up here on this New Year's Eve. It's actually not an Eve, it's like a New Year's Eve. You know, since no one's here, maybe I could look up the lyrics for New Year's Evil. Let me do that. Just bear with me here. Looks like there's two listeners here. I was just looking up the lyrics to New Year's Evil song. Let me Year's Evil song lyrics. Okay, let's see here. I'm seeing something here. Looks like Matt Heagerty's here. He says, yo, welcome, Matt. I wanted to welcome Matt, see how the audio sounds. And if it's choppy, maybe I can restart it. How's the audio sound? Do I need to restart it? I'm waiting for his response. Shining like a light. Oh, here, I got the goddamn lyrics to, I never even knew what they were freaking saying as we're waiting for Matt's feedback on the audio quality this week. Oh boy, I can actually sing the song, which I'm sure everyone wants me to do. I might have to do just a separate audio for this. Looks like all we got so far from Matt is yo. Shining like the light that hits the knife at the stroke of midnight. Quiet but so bright, my heartbeat swells. Oh, can't you tell I'm in a fever? Matt says it sounds fine, with the exception of my singing, I would imagine. Tell me it will be a sweet New Year's Eve, or do I fear? Oh wait, or do I tell me it will be a sweet New Year's Eve, or do I fear a New Year's Evil? Shall we dance to the music? I don't know how they do this. Shall we dance to the music? Toast the past. Oh, watch the yeah. Oh, okay. So that's the shall we dance to the music? Toast the past. Watch the humming heartbeat drumming off the hourglass. Love that last when I see your bright eyes flash. You'll be spinning, spinning to the ground. New Year's paint the town. This is awesome. I've known this song for 20 years, but I've never known the lyrics. Thanks for showing up, Matt. Have any interest in Skype call today? I've got an actual Bluetooth speaker that might make you sound less tinny. Might make you sound a little more better if you're interested. So I'll probably do a separate recording of me singing the song because I'm sure everyone would want to hear that. Running in the light to me. I didn't know all these lyrics were even in the fucking thing. Running in the light to meet the moon, all dressed in white, you appear. Well, I got no, Matt asks, no one else wanted to do Skype call? I've got no feedback. I told people in a little post to let me know in the post or at chat if they want to. I've got no responses yet. So Matt says, didn't wanna, but in line didn't want to butt in line or anything since I was on last time. So you don't want to? All right, that's cool. See if someone else does if they show up. Well, yeah, that was my thought as well. I figured if no one wanted to Skype, we could Skype with you and then kick you off if someone else wanted to try it. I think a lot of my listeners are kind of shy. I mean, a lot of them might not even want to do it. That's something that I have yet to see. No one gave me any feedback in my little post I did, when I asked people about it. Anyway, I'll stop looking at this. I'll try to record a separate. Yeah, 20 years later, I frickin' actually look up the lyrics. Oh, Matt didn't say he didn't want to. He just figured other people wanted to as well. Yeah, no feedback yet. So if people show up, then we can ask them, I guess. So you want to here? Let me connect the speaker to the phone. And if you want to chat on Skype, we can do so. And like I say, if someone shows up and wants to do it, then we can let them do it. But so far, well, I'm seeing 2 listeners. Let me see if I can get this. Matt, get your Skype ready, if you please, if you'd like to. Just stand by, everyone listening, mostly after the fact, as I try to make this work. Maybe I don't have. There we go. Hello? Hello? Yeah, okay. So for some reason, it's not on the. Oh wait, let me do something. Oh, okay. I have to actually pick the speaker on the settings. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay, let me just continue. You talk for a sec. I'm raising your volume.
All right. Can you hear me? Or
Yep, I'm just pumping up the volume as Christian Slater once did.
you sound real like I can hardly hear you now.
How about this? Okay, maybe the Bluetooth speaker thing ain't gonna work. Wait. How about this? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What did you do differently?
So do I? God, there must be a microphone in the speaker? Is that how it works?
What in the Bluetooth speaker?
Yeah.
Let me hear. Talk. I'm gonna listen to you on live on the video.
Okay, well, once upon a time there was a planet. It was ruled over by a bunch of fucking assholes. Everyone else is.
You sound fine. Let me see. Well, I'm gonna talk so I can hear myself, and then I'm gonna. All right, I sound fine. You sound fine on the on the YouTube, but you sound.
Yes. Okay, so technical difficulties, everyone. Looks like we're still connected here. Hello? Trouble in paradise, everyone. Yeah, I figured adding the speaker into the mix might complicate things. But we're gonna give it work on it a little bit. He seems to be connected on Skype still. Like it's got the counter counting down. I don't know what's going on his end. Okay, call failed. And
Can you hear me?
hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry, my internet got cut off. I don't know something's going on with my internet. Been going on with my internet today.
Oh, today? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have internet on my. Like I'm using my phone internet right now. Like I was using my phone, but I was using my Wi-Fi. And hold on a second. Yeah, I was using my Wi-Fi on my phone, and then the Wi-Fi, my regular internet on my laptop, got cut off, and that's why and then now I'm using my mobile internet on my phone, which I might have to just use the whole show because I don't know what's been going on with my internet. It's been cutting out today.
Well, the people that own these companies do these things on purpose, so.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, a lot of things have not been as reliable as it used to be in the past, but.
Well, how can you hear me? Because I'm talking towards the actual Bluetooth speaker now.
Yeah, it's weird because I hear you sound fine on the YouTube video. Like are you using a regular microphone?
I'm using the one I bought this year for the show. It's
Right. So I must be hearing the Bluetooth microphone then. Is that what you're saying? That's probably what I'm hearing.
Yeah, like on your phone. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine this speaker must have a microphone in it for calls because when my face was away from the thing, you couldn't hear me.
Interesting. I wonder if there's a way you can use the microphone built into your use the microphone built into your phone and then just use the Bluetooth as a speaker instead of it's probably using it for both, I'd imagine. I don't know. Yeah, because it sounds like you're on a really crappy, at least on my end. You sound fine on the YouTube video because it's, using your regular mic.
Okay, here. Now I've got a selection on Skype, iPhone speaker or the Bluetooth speaker. Why don't I try speaker? But that's going to be the phone speaker though, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta find mic selection. There's gotta be like a way to view what mic you're using.
So would that be on Skype or where would I look for that?
On Skype. Yeah, look on Skype. Let me look. See what Skype says.
I typed the three little.
You're using an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on an iPhone too. So let me look here.
This will be fun for the listeners after the fact.
Yeah. Well, I guess going forward, it's something you're gonna have to
figure out.
Let me see here. I mean, it's doable. It's just like the worst. It's like the worst sounding mic
ever. Okay.
Like push comes to shove, I can live with it, but it'd be nice if it just used your iPhone mic.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know why it's not. Like it's like. So I hit the headphones or speaker, and then.
Hey, wait a second. There's a little mic icon on here. What does that do?
On your Bluetooth or on the?
No, on the Skype application.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that just mutes it.
Oh, shit. Well, maybe you'll have to.
I'm trying to find a setting. Is anyone in the chat yet?
I'm seeing 2 listeners. No one said anything.
Okay, hold on.
This will be an informative section of the show where we learn how to do this. We can teach other people. Unless we never figure it out, then we can't teach other people. You might have to just suffer with the horrible quality of. Like, how about this? My face is right next to it.
Yeah, it sounds a little better, but it's just like, think of the worst sounding, like worse than any. It's a real. I don't know how the mic is this. Yeah, it's a. I wish I could. Yeah, it's just really crappy quality, and I'm not being like stingy. It's like I can hear you, but it's like you're talking through a like the shittiest Bluetooth mic ever created.
Yeah, this is the cheapest Sony little Bluetooth speaker. So,
Yeah, I'm surprised it had a microphone on there.
well, I know I didn't think it did, but I guess it does.
And it's weird that it's using the microphone too. And when you hit the headphone, like the ear headphones at the top, it just, what should it say for options?
What do you mean the ear headphones? Where's that?
Like when you go to the top right on the Skype app, that has like where you're top right, it should say like speaker.
Okay, it's like a Bluetooth symbol
Oh, it's a Bluetooth symbol. Okay,
because I'm connected to Bluetooth.
right. And if you hit it, what happens?
Well, then the option for iPhone, and I think it's iPhone speaker or Bluetooth speaker come up.
And were you playing me through your iPhone speaker last time?
Yeah, that's why we got the iPhone mic as well.
Okay.
I just thought this way would improve the sound of you to the listeners, but it does that, but then it makes me sound like crap to you.
Yeah, let me see how well I sound through
And I think it's iPhone speaker or Bluetooth speaker.
see. And were you playing me through your iPhone speaker last? Yeah, I sound a lot better. I'll just have to live with it. Is there
suffer,
a
motherfucker?
What?
Suffer, motherfucker.
Is there a plug to plug in external? Like, is that Bluetooth speaker have any way to use it like hardwired? Like, is there any plug?
Yeah, see, I tried that first, but the case I have on the iPhone didn't allow me to do it. I guess if I really wanted to, I could take the case off, but that's just another pain in the ass.
It probably would still try to use that stupid microphone built in.
I'm actually thinking that if you did it with the cable, it might not. It might be just a Bluetooth thing. But
yeah, maybe, yeah. Or do you don't have any other type of speakers that you could plug your iPhone into?
Well, you know, maybe I've got other Bluetooth speakers, but I didn't think this thing had, you know.
The old school.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, I see. Well, the problem's not.
If you plugged into just a regular speaker with no mic, then it would probably it would probably force itself to use the iPhone mic instead of.
Yeah, I hear you. But then once again, it's I got to take off the case off the phone, which would be another headache. And
oh, okay. It's the case you can't plug in headphones on the case.
Yeah, the case has got one of those things where the headphone jack is, it's really close to it, so it won't allow me to plug the fat headphone thing in.
Oh, shit.
Boy.
It's all right. I mean, I'll live with it. It's just something you have to play with next week.
Yeah.
Or if you have someone on, it's I mean, I can understand what you're saying and all, but it's a shame because now everyone can hear me crystal clear, but now I hear you. It honestly sounds worse than what like the way I sounded last week. This sounds like 5 times worse. It sounds, because it's just like the god awful mic quality. It's just, I don't even know how it's this bad, in 2021.
It's like I say, it's the cheapest little Sony Bluetooth speaker. It's really small, so looks like we've got Austin here. Hey, Austin.
But do your other Bluetooth speakers have mics built in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I was wondering if it didn't have a mic built in, would it then try to auto? You know what I mean? Like if it didn't have a mic built in, I would assume that it would be like, oh, I guess we have to use the iPhone mic.
That's why I use this shitty one, because I didn't see a mic hole, but it must be under the speaker grill.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, but here's my next question: what if your other better Bluetooth speakers have a better microphone, like good enough that I can understand you better. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe their microphone isn't as terrible.
So would you like to have me try one right now? Try another Bluetooth?
Try another. Yeah, if you don't mind, just let you know.
What's-
Again, it doesn't have to be that good. It's just this is like really, really crappy. I
Well,
wish other people could hear what I'm hearing.
all right. Well, we can do that, and maybe you can chat with Austin while I'm getting it.
Okay.
Hey, Austin, what do you want to ask Matt while I try to grab another speaker? And obviously, Matt trying to keep away from sensitive topics while I'm away from the mic.
Yeah. I learned you were good from last. We were good last week, and we definitely said some controversial things. But like I said, I know how to get around the algorithm.
Yeah, Austin says, I can hear you just fine. That's just it. He sounds great to everyone listening, but I sound like shit to him. That's what we're trying to fix.
Yeah, for some reason his iPhone isn't using his iPhone microphone. I'm hearing his Bluetooth microphone. He's using a Bluetooth speaker, and it's got a really crappy mic built in. And that's what, like, I'm on Skype with him, and the Skype call is using his Bluetooth speaker microphone built into his speaker, and it's the worst sounding mic in the world. You're not, everyone else is hearing his really good microphone, and I'm hearing this tinny, crappy little. It's like so bad that it's. I mean, I'll live with it, but it's oh man, it's a little hard to hear him.
Looks like I'm back with the speaker. Austin says, well, Matrix 4 has officially flopped. Matrix 5 was canceled. Uh-oh.
That's good. That's fine with me.
Yeah. What happens if that happens with the Avatar sequel and they've already made the other ones? That's funny.
Oh God, did they already make all the avatars?
Well, I think from what I understand, they made the next 3. What if part 2 flops and then they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's still made by James Cameron, right? Like, I don't think it'll flop. It can't flop nearly as bad as The Matrix.
Nah.
We
can hope.
Yeah. I don't know though. Who cares? I'm still blown away that anyone asked for those movies. Like,
well, I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, like the only reason that movie did well was because it was like a family. Like it kind of was like a family type movie that everyone could go to, and then 2, at the time, weren't the special effects like next level?
Yeah.
And it was a decent movie, so I think it just got lucky. I don't think it had anything to do with it just being like this amazing. Because I don't think anyone's like, oh, Avatar, man, that's like it's basically a Pocahontas like remake. With what, aliens or something? I don't know.
Exactly. It's Aliens meets Pocahontas.
Yeah, it's not like this groundbreaking. Yeah, I don't. Out of all the movies, I don't know. It must be the studio going, well, it was the highest grossing.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I switched the speaker.
Okay, so here, let me listen to see if I sound good. I'm gonna talk.
Okay, yeah, hold on. The speaker's not in an optimal position.
Okay, yeah, hold on. The speaker.
How do I sound?
You sounded good. Now you keep talking. Do I sound okay to these? Ask Austin. I don't even know if I.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Here's how I sound to Matt. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, you sound better. I mean, it's still a crappy mic, but it's doable. It's not like the last one.
Shall we roll?
Do I sound all right to everyone?
Well,
I sounded good last time.
I have to get this mic set up.
I have to get this mic set up. All right, let me see if I can talk. I'm talking.
This speaker isn't as good because it's one of these JBL clips, so it's like I can't even set it really on its side. I'm trying to plug it into a power source here.
Yeah, I think I could be a little bit louder.
Well, it's not aiming at the mic yet. I'm still trying to give it a power source. Power source. The problem is if I aim it at the mic, then the microphone for you, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll just have to, let me just figure out which way I'm. Is there any questions you can answer with Austin in the meantime?
Oh, yeah. They'll just release Avatar 3 anyways, even if it does flop. It's already in the can. It could cancel part 4 and 5. It could cancel part 4 and 5.
Okay, so now now how do I sound first off?
You sound good enough.
Okay, good. I got the speaker aiming towards the microphone for the show. So how does Matt sound now? Matt, say something.
All right, let me. I'm gonna talk and Austin Willcutt, Will Powell's here. Austin Willcutt, Will Powell's here. Man, I sounded a lot better on that last speaker. Like I sounded. This one is almost like you're better off with me using the iPhone mic. That it would. I would say this: either we go back to the iPhone speaker, or just go back to the other Bluetooth, because I could. It's not like this microphone you're using is that much better. You know what I mean? Like I sounded real good. The levels were perfect using that other speaker, and it was just I was the only one having to suffer a little bit hearing you through that Bluetooth. But I'll live with it if it means the levels are good for the show. You know what I mean?
So Matt's willing to sacrifice his enjoyment of the show in live for everyone else.
Yeah. Because everything was perfect. Because I'm not sounding as loud. I'm not sounding as good. Because whatever he did with the first speaker, we were perfect. Like our levels were good. I sounded better than last week. It was just that shitty fucking mic I had to hear.
Well, what if I just turn this speaker up?
Let me try here. Let me talk. I'll say something and then let me see here. Say something and then let me see here.
Oh, you want me to talk? You're supposed to talk. Anyway, by the way, welcome, Will Powell. We're just trying to improve the situation with Skype, and we're just wasting the first 30 minutes of the show doing so. Will, would you like to do a Skype call today if you want to?
It's Will. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking Will if
Yeah.
What's up, Matt?
Oh no, saying it almost would be better if Will got in and I could just listen to the audios and then tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's perfect. Will, would you like to connect via Skype and give Matt a chance to rest his voice? If not, that's understandable. It's no pressure.
Because I can't hear my voice and hear your levels without it echoing.
I understand.
Well, yeah. I probably could plug in one of my headphones. Hold on. Let me just do that. I'll plug in my headphone into my.
In the meantime, Will says, "Oh, sure. What do I do? Yeah, just turn on your Skype and I'll hang up on Matt. I'll kick him to the curb and I'll call you, Will." Let me know when you got your Skype on, Will, and we'll give Will a call and come back to Matt later.
All right. Let me see how I sound. I think it's hard to tell because I wasn't really listening to the other speaker as much.
I think the other speaker probably sounded better. Will needs 20 minutes to get himself organized. So by then it'll be New Year's Eve. That's okay. We'll wait for Will. So what's your feedback on speaker situation, Matt?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep talking. You're definitely a good bit louder than I am.
Here, let me turn you up.
All right. Yeah, let me.
I guess I'm kind of yelling to make you be able to hear me in the shitty Bluetooth speaker. Talk a bit. I turned you up.
All right. Matrix 5 was canceled. Will Powell give. All right. Yeah, we're a lot. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're better on the audio levels. I'll be able to fully tell when Will gets in because I could just focus on the audio.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're good enough for now. Like you said, when Will gets in, I'll be able to analyze the audio a lot better and nitpick it. But yeah, this is probably the best compromise because this Bluetooth speaker, mic sounds a little bit better, and then I don't know if it sounds quite as good as the last speaker, but I sound better than I did last week on that tinny iPhone speaker.
Right.
Better than I did last week on that tinny iPhone speaker.
Right.
But then again, I don't know. I'm listening to it now, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think that other speaker might be I don't know. It's whatever. I think the other speaker definitely. I think I definitely sounded a little better on the other speaker. That's.
Well, why don't we leave the decision to you? Would you like me to switch back to it?
Yeah, just switch back to it one last time, and then because Will Powell's coming on anyway, maybe he won't mind it as much. He'll have another say on how that other speaker sounds like the mic.
Right.
Yeah, try switching to one last time. Sorry for the.
Okay. In the meantime, I don't know what the hell to go on. Let's see here. Did you read Austin's last one about Aliens meets Ferngully?
I would say Aliens meets Ferngully with a pinch of dead with wolves. Will Powell says, I can hear you both fine. What do I... Oh, okay. He just gives them 20 minutes to work in. All right. Let me see here.
I got to plug the power source back.
All right. Let me see here.
So your new speaker's not set up yet. I got to plug the power source in.
Okay.
Apologies, everyone listening after the fact. These are things we should get straight before the show starts, but oh well. It's a part of the exciting show. Okay, talk. Your old speaker's set up.
All right. Both speakers are set up?
No, the first one, the Sony.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me hear how I sound. I could be a little bit louder.
Okay.
I could be a little bit.
Okay.
Could you turn me up a little?
You're turned up.
All right. Let me hear how I sound. You're turned up. I'm going to talk without my speaker. Let me see how this sounds. I'm going to talk without my speaker. I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know if it sounds any better than the other speaker, to be honest, because it's like there is such a delay between the other speakers. It's not like they either sound that good, but I don't know.
Should we just roll with it?
Yeah, we'll roll with it for now. It's because I don't want to keep wasting anyone's time. I don't think I actually sound any better than the other speaker. And the other speaker did have a better mic, but yeah, when Will gets on, I'll know for sure. But so, it's whatever. It's just, and again, it's such a pain to monitor the audio because then if I turn I have to turn up my speaker right away, right after I stop talking, or else I'll get that echo. So I'll say one or two more things, and then I'll turn it up and let me hear how I sound. Two more things, and then I'll turn it up and let me hear how I sound. Yeah, yeah.
We've got feedback from Austin. He says he's really pissed off with our fumblings. Just go with it. Of course, it's easy for him to say. He don't have to listen to the shitty Sony mic, but
no, yeah, exactly. It's easy for all of them. Yeah, exactly.
Austin says, did you know Sam Raimi resubmitted Evil Dead 1 in 94 for an R rating, but it still got an NC-17? No, I didn't. That's kind of cool. I wonder why he did that. He was going to maybe try to get a theatrical re-release or something. Are you familiar with Evil Dead, Matt?
The first one, yeah. And then the remake. But other than, I think I saw the third one.
Army of Darkness.
A little bit of it, but a little bit.
Not a big fan.
What'd you say?
Matt must not be a big fan of Evil Dead. That's okay.
I liked the first one.
Yeah,
I did like the remake.
The first one is my favorite. The first one, yeah. Will Powell is just downloading Skype. He says.
Okay, cool. So then we'll get Will Powell in, and then he'll have a crappy mic, and then people will be like, "Oh, Will Powell sounds terrible." What he is like a cheap mic. I wonder what he's gonna be using for his mic.
Well, we'll ask him on Skype.
Because what if Will Powell has a bad mic, and then he has a bad mic compounded with the fact that he's getting hooked up to a little Bluetooth speaker. Might you know what I mean?
Yeah, as I sneeze. Yeah, I would imagine he'd be using his phone. We'll find out.
Yeah, if he uses his phone, he'll be fine. He'll be, as good as my mic is. But
Austin says Raimi just did it to get a general R rating for video and TV ratings. Yeah, I don't understand why that matters for video. I don't understand why ratings matter for video, but I mean, I know that Blockbuster didn't used to. I don't think they used to stock movies that were unrated.
Speaking of Blockbuster, did you like Hollywood Video over Blockbuster? Because I did.
Yeah, I preferred that. We had video updates around here. I preferred out of all the corporate video stores, that was my favorite. But if I had to take a next one, it'd be Hollywood. Blockbuster, I never liked Blockbuster.
Really, I liked it. I mean, I it's all I knew, to be fair. It's like all we had growing up, so it was all I really knew, so I liked it. But once I got older and I could drive on my own, which is a shame because once I was able to drive, they closed down Hollywood Video maybe, I don't know, 2 years later. So I only got to use Hollywood Video like on the tail end because,
damn it,
my parents just always went to Blockbuster. But Hollywood Video just had such a better, it just had more of a movie film vibe to the place,
Yeah, Blockbuster had a Blockbuster vibe.
Yeah, like Hollywood Video felt like you were in a actual movie store. I don't know, like it just had a better feel. And I thought it was, if I remember correctly, I felt like it was cheaper, like a little bit cheaper.
I can't remember that.
I don't know.
Austin says all the Evil Dead trilogy is equal to me. I think what he means is he probably likes all the movies about the same. He also says Hollywood Video stocked unrated films. Okay. He says Blockbuster did as well because I rented unrated version of Hellraiser 2 from there. Okay, maybe it was a mistake. I can just remember hearing at some point that Blockbuster wasn't partial to stuff that was unrated, but who knows, maybe my source was incorrect.
Yeah. Interesting.
So you never had any video updates around you, huh?
Video, what's it called?
Update.
No, I might. I live in the Northeast near Philly, so I don't know if they even existed.
Must have not have.
Did you have, what was the other one? Family Video? Do you have that in your state, in your area?
It's funny because they kind of popped up after all the other video stores closed around us to try to make a go of it, but I think last year killed them all.
They're all gone. Yeah, yeah. So you're saying that they popped up after all the other ones like closed to try to get into that market, and now they're all gone.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I got some previously viewed movies there, but I never rented movies from Family Video. I just like to buy them.
Yeah. I thought that was they had a lot of good deals on movies there, didn't they? Like I would watch YouTube videos and people would shop there to buy movies.
Yeah, that's what I like the best about them.
Digital media, yeah, what a shame. I understand digital media, like if it were to move to little SD cards. Like I think we talked about last time, like like little tiny SD cards or like maybe a little USB. Because this streaming shit, it's like they can control it completely, like 100%. They can censor. They can just be like, no, you're not gonna be on any streaming services. You don't even like own the movie anymore. So I don't know why it's such a. I mean, it's convenience, but that's what gets us into all these problems. Just
Right.
Everything we go towards convenience just ends up biting us in the ass.
Will Powell, I see your comment, Will. I was just gonna, before I try to connect with Will, I was just gonna ask you, like, have you downloaded any of the, back in the day, like about 10 years ago or maybe 5 years ago, when you'd get a Blu-ray, it said digital copy works with iTunes. Have you ever downloaded any of the iTunes digital copy? Because I like that.
Are you asking me or Will?
I'm asking you, Matt.
Oh, I never, never did that.
So
I used to buy songs off iTunes, but I never bought like a movie off them.
Okay, so that was something that it's kind of a bridge between physical and digital, which is digital download, which is something I don't mind, because like you say, that way you have it, you save it to whatever memory you've got, and you've got it. So
but they still control who is allowed to download. You know what I mean? They still have it on their server. They still allow you to download it versus if you have physical media, you can just go, hand it out. I don't know. You could.
Let me try.
I guess in a way. Sorry, you got to try calling Will.
You just finish your thought, and then I'll try to connect with Will.
I guess in a way it was always central control, because let's be real, like the only way to get a movie really into Blockbuster or the movie theaters, or for the most part, was you had to go through Hollywood. How many indie movies really showed up at Blockbuster?
That's exactly it. So even when it was physical, it's still kind of corporate.
Yeah, you would. And to finish the last thought, it's crazy because the fact that digital cameras and special effects, like we should be in the, if you think about it logically, we should be in the best time ever for movies. There's no reason movies can't be better than ever, because now more people than ever could write and direct their own movies, because you can buy an iPhone and shoot a whole movie and edit it yourself and have decent effects. And there's a lot of movies that don't even need crazy effects. Like there's plenty of comedy movies or drama where you don't even, or even horror movies, you can make your own effects. But it's just, there's there's no reason, but I don't know.
It's feature. I tried to type my Skype thing on thing, but this particular laptop F doesn't work. So if you want to try to, can I try to connect with Will, Matt, and we'll come back to you?
Yeah, I'll just hang up.
All right, you're gonna hang around chat. We'll probably come back to you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll hang up I'll be on chat.
I don't think Will will want to talk forever.
All right, I'll be on chat. I'll see you.
We'll talk to you later in a minute.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't even know what this is. What is that? Is that? Oh, okay. I hope that doesn't. Jesus Christ. So, Will, let's see here. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to try to connect with Will. So what's your Will? What do I type in on Skype to find you? I tried to type my thing on Skype, but the F on this computer doesn't work. Oh, looks like I might got him. Hold on. Huh. Okay, Matt says here in chat as I try to. Yeah, Will, if you want to try giving me a call again, please feel free to do so. Matt says, let's go, Will. We're trying to. Oh my God. Once I switch back to the other speaker, I ain't switching back to the Sony. Oh, I swear. It says, let's see here. So I don't know if Will is in chat yet. I'm trying to connect with Will. If you type featurette, FEATURETTE in Skype, that's me. I don't know. That should be me. I'm trying to. I think I'm not going to worry about the speaker until I connect with Will, if that happens. Looks like Matt's giving us some feedback regarding the speakers. He said he listened back and there wasn't a noticeable difference in how he sounded. So, Matt, are you saying you want the JBL clip because I sounded better to you with that? Right. And then Matt says maybe Will won't even care about the sound quality if we get connected. I haven't seen him in chat for a long time. See, I had Will. Oh, okay. I had Will Powell's Skype earlier in the year. He must I don't know why he's not just on the Skype he had earlier in the year. Will, are you in chat at all? Should be able to find me under FEATURETTE on Skype. Matt says, "Yeah, you sound better for sure." I don't. You talking about me? I sound better than what? Yeah, Will has disappeared. So sorry, Austin. He says Skype connection sounds like Deep Star 6. Yeah, we're under the water this week on the show. And Hunt for Red October. Oh, Matt, me. Okay, right. Matt prefers how I sound on the JBL clip speaker versus Sony cheap ass 101. Okay, so like you say, oh, okay. Will Powell says, hang on there. I'm trying. Yeah, FEATURETTE, from what I understand, is what I should be searchable on Skype. So, Will, we talked Skype earlier in the year. Did you get a different Skype, or because I've got your old Skype from earlier in the year? Can I not contact you through that? This is the technical difficulties year-end huge movie fanatics radio. I guess on Skype, try to search my thingy handle, whatever the hell you call it, FEATURETTE. See if you can find me. It should say Nate, and then click there and try to send me a message or try to call or something. Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. He says Skype is a pain in the ass. That's why I got rid of it. It works well for me and Matt. Matt says Skype is for boomers like us. Will says this is why my Skype says hello, Will. Hello, Will. Okay, one sec here. Let me get you on the old Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, God, Christ.
We heard that. You said, oh, Christ. Okay, well, we lost him. Okay, so Matt says I prefer Google Hangouts. I guess that's something to try in the future. Hello, Will. Oh, once again, let me get to my Bluetooth speaker. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. We've got Will Powell here.
Is that loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sure. How can
Okay.
everyone hear Will on the show? I'm sure they can hear you. How can you hear me, Will?
Yeah, that's fine. It's just like a phone call. Basically, I'm just talking on my phone. So, yeah, that's all good for me. If that's all right with you.
Okay. Yeah. Matt says turn him up a bit. I'll just put the speaker closer to the mic.
Okay.
So what's going on?
I'm going to try and put you on speaker so I can have
Okay.
your hands free. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
Austin can hear him fine.
Oh, that's better.
So what's going on with?
That's fine. I hardly ever use Skype, so I just kind of forgot how to use it.
Oh, okay.
I've called you before on it, but I think this is a different account I've logged into, so that's why I was struggling.
Oh shit! I've got your visual. You don't have my image, do you?
No. I just pressed the phone call, and for some reason, it's gone to a video thing.
Holy shit! I can see you. Can you? You can't see me, can you?
No.
Oh, good. I don't want to be seen. My hair's a mess.
This isn't. I'm not going to be seen on YouTube. This is just.
No. Just audio.
Oh, right. Okay, that's all right then.
Did you want to call back under phone only and not video chat?
Yeah, I thought it was just phone only.
It's up to you. Otherwise, I just won't look at the phone.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I can just close, because it is a bit distracting, isn't it? I can just close the lid like that. There we go.
There you go. Okay, all's good. You can do whatever you want. No one will, or I won't see it.
Okay.
Wow, this is the technical difficulties show for the closer out of the year. So.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good now. I could hear you two both fine, by the way.
Yeah, the problem Matt's having is I sounded like crap on his end because I guess this Bluetooth speaker I guess has a little crappy mic built into it, so it doesn't sound as good as a phone or microphone.
Oh, okay. I tell you what, I'm actually I've just been to the pub. I'm not drunk, don't worry. But I'm in my car, so I could put you through my car speakers. That might hear you better. I'm going to try that. Hang on.
Okay, this is me on Will Powell's car.
Right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you don't sound as good though.
I can hear you perfect now because you're coming through my car speakers.
We must be hearing you through your car microphone. You sound worse. I tell you. I'm just gonna quit the show. God damn it!
I'll switch that off. All right.
Matt's gonna hate that.
Hang on, I've got Bluetooth headphones here.
There, you sound better.
I sound better now, do I?
Yep.
Hang on, speaker off.
Matt says you can just turn off. Let's see, what's he say? Hit the camera icon. It'll turn the video option. Should be audio only.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm all good now. I think if you're happy with the setup now.
Well, the question is, will Matt be happy?
Oh. Right. I'm gonna try. Yeah, maybe it would be better if it was just audio. Right. Oh my god.
We can always just hang up and you can try calling back audio only if you'd like.
Can you still see my image now?
No, it's a blank screen. Oh wait, I can see your fingers now. You turned it onto the rear camera.
Oh my god. Right, I'm gonna hang up and try and call you back.
All right.
All right.
Matt says he sounds fine. Austin says just stick with the Bluetooth. Matt's laughing his ass off. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta switch to speaker. Okay, Will, are you there?
I am here.
Okay, looks like it's
But-
audio only.
And no, it's not. It's because I've got my phone closed. Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. That might have made a difference. Oh, God. Why am I still getting... I don't know why it's doing the video thing. And I feel like I'm disrupting your show.
Oh no, the whole show's been a disaster, so this is nothing new.
Allow incoming video enable blur. Oh, my God. I just pressed the phone icon, not the video camera. So it should be just a phone call.
I don't see anything on the phone.
Do you see anything now?
Oh Jesus, yeah, there's the video image.
Yeah.
Someone born in 91 should be able to figure this out, Will.
I know. Oh my God. No, it's gone to my face now. Well, if this is okay and Matt's happy with it, but if he's not, I'll hang up and try again or whatever.
Like we say, like the image, the image isn't on the show or anything, so
Yeah, it should be all right then.
Matt, Will's turned up all the way. You're just gonna have to turn up your speakers. Holy shit! This is why I didn't bother for almost a year with internet phone calls, because it's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Austin says it's.
This is fun for anyone listening.
Well, nice talking with you. Nice talking with you, Will. Anyway, what's up with Will on at the end of the year?
End of the year? New Year's, you mean?
Yeah, what's up with your life towards the, as we approach the end of this dreaded year, headed into another dreaded year?
It's not been the best year. It's been a mixed bag, to be honest.
Okay, let's not say words that are been said in the media for the last year and a half, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to talk about movies and
Right.
pop culture, I guess.
What's
movies is fine.
What's your thoughts on Matrix 4 and Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Well, in all honesty, Matrix 4 I've got no interest in. I don't know if you guys have.
I'll see it on Blu-ray, but I ain't gonna stream it, or I ain't gonna go to the theater.
Yeah, I looked on the Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, if you think that's valid or not, but I think it's just got average reviews, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Austin just today in the show said it's officially flopped.
Oh, really?
That's what Austin said.
Okay, that surprises me.
Austin says that they canceled Matrix 5.
Wow. I wonder why that is. Is that due to current times or of what we just said? What's going on in the media? Or is it, I don't know. People have lost interest in the Matrix.
It could very well be that.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I only ever saw the first one. And I don't think I've watched it for about 15 years.
Right. Well, you've seen the best of the lot.
Yeah. And you said Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm just gonna see it on Blu-ray.
I've seen it, and I wasn't very impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't want to ruin it for anyone who's excited to see it. But I wasn't too impressed.
Well, let's put it this way. Why don't you maybe you could just describe some of the reasons without the quote-unquote spoilers that you weren't impressed with it.
Oh, okay. It's, I could compare it to The Force Awakens. It kind of wants its cake and wants to eat it too. So it wants to be kind of new and fresh, but it also wants to cash in on the nostalgia.
Oh, I think that's a
And
perfect.
it's just
That's a perfect summarization. I know exactly what you mean now.
yeah, they can't quite decide. See, I think the first Ghostbusters is kind of it's a different movie as you get older when you watch it. Are you a big fan of the first one?
I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, but it's a part of my growing up.
Yeah, because it's quite. The first one is very what's the word? The humor in it is very. I can't think of the word. It's cynical. It's quite cynical, like Peter Venkman.
Yeah.
It's not wrapped up in sentimental. It's not like Star Wars where there's kind of a beating heart with it. But this one tried to turn it into like, oh, remember the first one and Harold Ramis, and it just didn't work for me. It's like they completely misread what Ghostbusters ever was. Really, it was kind of it was just these schlubby guys who happened to save the world, and I think that's kind of the gag. But this is kind of I don't know. When it just becomes like too sugary sweet, that's what it was, and I think I just didn't like it.
Yeah, a lot of movies now seem to be this kind of like trying to just like take nostalgia, the word, and package it into a movie and release it.
Yeah, well, I think the problem is they've listened to fans. When a lot of Star Wars fans weren't happy with the prequels, for example, and we were saying we want them to be more like the originals. We're not saying we want them to be the originals. We want them to have the quality of the originals. Do you know what I mean? Not just think, well, we'll just kind of copy and paste that part and everyone will be happy.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. So, yeah, I don't know. It was. I think I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
The new Ghostbusters, but
I've heard people say
mildly,
the first half is boring. What would you say to that?
It had potential, I thought, in the first half, because it was kind of doing more of its own thing.
Oh, it turns into a rehash the second half.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the first half is kind of, it feels like an indie drama, which is weird. We're following these teenagers around, and I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but it's all about discovering your past. And I think that's in the trailer, isn't it, though? The two main kids in it are the grandchildren of Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is that them finding the Ghostbusters equipment and things like that, which does sound appealing, but it completely falls flat, I thought.
Yeah, and that's not surprising these days. Is there anything that you've seen recently that you actually were surprised about and liked?
Of a new film, or
yeah,
or anything old, or a new film?
I guess it could be anything. I guess. I guess I would. The question was for more new movies, but chances are you're not going to like anything new, like I don't really. So.
It's funny. I'm trying to think of something.
That's okay.
The last thing that I enjoyed in the cinema, and it's just complete B movie, seen it all done before thriller, but I enjoyed it, was Unhinged.
Oh, okay.
With Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, it's a bit like Jewel, or what's the other road movie thrillers, like Joyride and stuff like that. Kind of a chase movie.
Okay, so it wasn't horrible.
It was a perfectly competent sleazy thriller, I thought, which is kind of up my alley.
Yeah. Nothing like a little
You've seen it,
sleaze.
honestly. You've seen it all before. Just 100 times. It's nothing new, but I thought it was good entertainment.
Well, there you go.
Fairly good suspense. That was the first film I saw when cinemas reopened in England. So I don't know if that had something to do with why I liked it.
Yeah, maybe just heading back.
Oh, I saw Dune, actually.
Oh, what's
Dune.
your take on that? I haven't seen that.
You know what? I thought it was a good film. It just wasn't quite for me.
Okay.
It's one of those ones. Have you seen the original?
Yeah, I saw the original.
So I've never watched the original with the one with Sting in it and Kyle, whatever his name is.
Yeah, for me, the original is kind of a mess. From what I understand, it's a pretty long book or story or whatever. And I guess the reason the original is kind of crap is he just tried to jam a big, huge story into a movie or something. But the original for me is just kind of a mess.
Yeah, well, I've never seen it. I'm aware of it, but I've heard like some people say it's got like a cult following. Some people love it, some people hate it. So I don't know. But this new one was just kind of, I just thought it was fine. It didn't blow me away or anything. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've just got a yearning for the past now.
Yeah, that's understandable. Let me just read some of Austin's comments here.
Yeah, sure.
He says a lot of it's, I think he's talking, this is back when we were talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife. A lot of it's due to just pissing off fans. So I don't know if Austin's saying they make crap to just piss them off more in a retaliation or not. He says all of the reviews of Matrix 4 say the movie just isn't respectable of the franchise. Austin says the Star Wars sequel trilogy was just modern remake of the original trilogy, nothing original about it. That's pretty much spot on. He continues to say Afterlife seems more just nostalgia train. He's tried watching Dune 84 and he haven't been able to watch it all the way. That's what happened to me this year. Like I got the DVD years ago for $3. And since the new movie was coming out, I wanted to look at the old one. And it's like I had to keep watching it to even understand what the fuck they were trying to say. And once I figured it out, I'm like, oh, that's it. One thing that's cool about the original Dune is like the production design, though, and like costumes and like the music theme's kind of cool. But
yeah,
the story itself is just like, what the hell?
Yeah, it looks like high concept stuff. I watched the trailer of the original. It just looked quite cool. I thought Sting looked quite cool in it.
He's not in it very much.
But is he not? Right, okay.
He's a bad guy that's barely in it.
Right. But what Austin was saying about the Star Wars, I agree with. Yeah, completely. Honestly, I just wish it was the 3 originals and that was it. I just wish they'd left it at that. But yeah.
Well, you can think of the Star Wars movies as just that. You can just say in your mind that the other ones don't exist.
Yeah, it's weird because I would say I'm a massive Star Wars fan, but the majority of the films I hate. So I don't, you know what I mean? So I don't like the prequels all that much, and I don't like the sequels. But I like the 3 originals. I liked Rogue One. I must admit. I don't know. What did you think of Rogue One?
I thought Rogue One was the best of the more recent Star Wars movies. Yeah, ironically, it was the best one, better than any of the sequel movies, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is I think they should have left Luke, Han, and Leia alone because there's really literally nowhere to go with their characters after Return of the Jedi. That's what I think. I feel like Return of the Jedi, everything was resolved.
Yeah.
So it just feels forced to bring them back.
Right. Yeah, it's exactly it. So we defeat the Empire, and then there's this new boogeyman that comes out of nowhere in the seventh movie.
Well, yeah, and what annoyed me was, like, Han had become a more rounded character by the end of Return of the Jedi, and Luke had grown up. He was now kind of in control of his feelings and everything. And I think Leia had mellowed a bit. And I thought that was great. And now, so they bring him back in The Force Awakens just to kind of, the only thing to do is to knock them down.
Yeah.
Like Han, you know what I mean? Han's just gone off with Chewie in the Millennium Falcon, smuggling again. He's gone back to his old ways. And Luke's just gone off to live on an island. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good.
Austin says Dune 84 looks good, but its story is Battlefield Earth bad, as in the movie Battlefield Earth.
Right. Is that the whole John Travolta?
I think it is. I
Scientology
haven't seen it, but I think it is.
No, I haven't seen it. No. Do you know what? They're just getting back to the Ghostbusters thing. I think I was just sat there and just think, I've really had enough now of this whole let's bring this back from the 80s or the 70s, and it's going to be good this time. Forget all the bad sequels. It's going to be good. And then you watch it, and it's just as bad. It's like, you know, it's like getting back with someone who said they've changed. It's just the same.
Oh man,
you know,
that's what Afterlife
that's
was. It was supposed to be.
That's the way I feel. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I've seen a lot worse films, but I was disappointed.
Oh, rats.
Yeah. It's probably. Did you see the 2016 remake?
Yeah, I saw that.
I haven't seen that, and most people are saying it's better than that.
Yeah, I hope so.
And some people are saying it's better than Ghostbusters 2, but I don't remember Ghostbusters 2 being that bad.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of it, but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched it for a long time, but I can't remember it being that bad.
Well, I don't think it is. It's just it's never resonated with me. Austin says they killed off one original cast member in each film. I think he's talking about the sequels, Star Wars, as well, to rub the salt in the wound, pissing off the fans. Feels intentional, especially making Rey the savior at the end of Part 9.
Oh God, yeah. Well, it's funny that my childhood hero, which was Luke Skywalker, spoiler, I mean, I think everyone knows, but
yeah.
So he dies at the end of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel anything.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
No, it's understandable.
If it was handled well, but I just feel it was such a missed opportunity in a way, though, to bring them back and to do nothing with them, basically.
No, that's completely understandable.
Yeah, and it's similar to Han Solo getting killed as well. I thought it was just so almost a bit cruel the way they did it, really.
I think you're onto something. I mean, that, you know, call me goofy, but I mean, when you grow up with the original trilogy, the characters become kind of, you know, it's kind of stupid to really say it, but they become kind of part of, you know, whatever family in a goofy way, and as far as a film family or kind of a way. And yeah, when they killed Han, I just had this. I think Austin's part right. I think they almost do it to traumatize us. If you know, as stupid as that sounds, it's like, because you know,
I mean, if you're going to kill off Han, shouldn't it have been in Luke Skywalker's arms or something, and he was, or something like that, or Leia, or just so. It was. I don't know.
I hear you.
I don't know.
That's exactly right.
And the turn of Luke Skywalker to he kind of like thought about killing his nephew Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I just thought that was such a betrayal. Even if they're going to go that route, they didn't earn that character plot to do that. It was just like, oh, he's bad now. There was no, I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's so much they could have done with him. He could have been like the new Yoda, and Han and Chewie have to take a young Jedi learner to see him, or just something a little bit more respectable. There's so much they could have done. But anyway,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
So did you reveal your feelings on the sequel trilogy versus the prequel? Like, do you despise them both the same, or is one better than the other for you?
Well, I'm going to go. I think the prequels are better than the sequels.
Okay, yeah, that's where I stand on it too.
Because at least with the sequels, there's a standout. The prequels. I can think of the Darth Maul fight. I can think of the pod race, and I can think of the theme, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
At least it's got a theme running through it, which I can't think of anything in the new sequence. There's nothing.
Yep.
What
about the horses on the horses on the spaceship? Ha ha ha.
Oh my god. I don't know. But Revenge of the Sith was decent. And I remember going to see The Phantom Menace when I was about 8. And I liked it, obviously, because I was 8. And I haven't seen it for a long time. And everyone, they criticize it now. So I'll have to watch it and see how bad it is.
That'd be interesting to get your feedback on it now.
What's your feelings on The Phantom Menace?
Yeah, for me, it's my least favorite of the original, or the first 6. My least favorite of the prequels. For me, the prequels get better. So I didn't like, Phantom Menace is my least favorite. Clones second favorite, and whatchamacallit, Revenge of the Sith my favorite of the prequels. So
yeah, the only thing I'd say that what does it for me with Phantom Menace seem to have the most practical looking sets and things, like on Tatooine, and when you get to Attack of the Clones, it all starts to look really, like PlayStation 2 graphics.
Yeah, that part's true.
So there's some scenes in the Phantom Menace that stand out, like say the pod race and Darth Maul and all that. But I think I'd still rather watch them than the sequels.
No, absolutely.
Well, I think I've mentioned Empire Strikes Back is probably, along with Jaws, is my favorite film.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't know. I think you have to be. Well, I'm not that old. I was born in '91, but see, I grew up watching the VHS tapes, and I remember being about 7 when the special editions came out and all that.
Yeah.
So I see you, obviously, you as well. You remember a time before the prequels when Star Wars was just, pretty much untouched.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was my whole childhood and most of yeah, see by the time they touched them, I was 20, the special editions. So all of my growing
Wow.
up and teen years were the original Untouched trilogy.
Yeah. Did you see them in the cinema then for the special editions in?
Yeah,
Or was it 1998?
it was 97, I think, and I saw the first
Okay.
one, and then I think I saw the second one at like a second run theater, and I didn't see the
Right.
Jedi.
Right. I find it interesting that Empire Strikes Back is the one they touched the least.
That's kind of a good point.
Yeah, because I do think it's I think it's the best one, but I think it's visually the best lit one. Whereas like the first one, A New Hope, some of it does look a little bit. I hate when people say it looks dated, but just certain parts of it do for me.
Well, probably wasn't that big a budget of a movie, the first one, you know.
Yeah, I mean, some of it holds up really. I think that the trench run and when the camera kind of follows the X-wings down, I think still looks amazing.
Yeah.
But just some of the shots in the Death Star when the control rooms and they've got the computers, it looks a bit Star Trek-y.
That's very true.
Well, I think Empire holds up really well.
You're referring kind of in this particular instance to the sets. You're kind of comparing sets between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, they got, you know,
it looks
the extra budget. I would imagine they didn't hurt.
Yeah, it's just it's got more scope to it. I think the Empire, and whereas like the fight with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader in A New Hope is just in a corridor, isn't it? Whereas like the fight with Luke and Vader at the end of Empire is kind of in this kind of silhouetted looking, the city in the clouds part, and I think that looks incredible.
Yeah, that was good stuff. And then then they venture out to the dangerous frickin' endless bottomless pit thing.
Oh, in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, I'm talking about the Luke Vader battle in Strikes Back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Did it always disturb you as a kid when he gets his arm hacked off?
Yeah, that part kind of put me off as a kid, kind of scared me.
Yeah, it's a dark film. It's a very dark. The first one's quite campy, but the second one is it's got some dark themes in it.
Absolutely right. Austin says the final battle in Rise of Skywalker was kind of weak sauce as well. Feels stuff was taken out or reshot. It's a mess. Return of the Jedi has a far superior finale. Part 9 had none of the emotion. That's exactly true.
Yeah, I think Rise of Skywalker is a very ugly looking film, to be honest. Very ugly.
Yeah, and it's like no soul to it. He also says Revenge of the Sith was far better than the Disney sequels combined. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I will say I'd put Rogue One above the prequels. I really did like Rogue One. I'll give them that. I have to be honest.
Yeah, I think I might be able to agree with that as well. What was your thought on having those couple of scenes with Vader?
I really liked them.
Wasn't that something we never thought we'd probably ever see again? New Vader footage.
Yeah, and it was. I think the guy who directed it is it Gareth Edwards.
That name rings a bell.
I think he was the only one who got out of all of these directors that was it J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson? I think he's the only one who got the aesthetic right.
Yep, you're right.
I think he understood Star Wars. Because I think the end of Rogue One and the beginning of New Hope match up very well.
Oh my God, yeah.
So when you saw Force Awakens, though, did you initially like it and then start to hate it? Because I must admit I liked it, but I knew there was somewhere deep inside I knew that there was something wrong, but I was in denial for a few days.
No, I hated it from the get-go. Like I say, when they killed Han, I mean, I already hated the movie up until that point, but when that happened, and for such pathetic reasons, I was just like, oh my God. And then to top it off, Rey at the end just first time she touches a lightsaber, defeats this guy. It's just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I saw it with some friends at a midnight showing.
Oh,
I've been working all day.
The energy must have been.
I was so excited, and I think my friends were as well. So I think that rubbed off on me. But when we came out, they were kind of, oh, it was amazing. And there was a slight part of me that knew there was something up. And then I went to see it again and enjoyed it less, and then again, and I started to see the cracks.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, not good.
Austin says Lucas should have never sold the rights to Disney. Should have just made Rogue One the sequels.
Yeah. What did you get? Like a $4 billion or something like that?
Well, that's what was reported. Yeah, pretty good retirement fund.
Yeah. But I remember some people on other podcasts saying George Lucas has finally got the last laugh,
Because of what he purportedly...
Well, I mean, a lot of people kind of criticized him for the prequels and everything. And
then they make stuff worse.
Yeah, and it made me think, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I think the problem with George Lucas is because he only directed the first Star Wars film, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he handed it off to other directors. I feel like he should have done that with the prequels. I think that's where he went wrong.
Yeah, it's surprising that he did the two other ones, because I think when he did the first one, that was his intention.
Right. Yeah. Because I think he works well as a producer and a writer, but not necessarily I don't know. I feel like Irving Kershner who did Empire.
Yeah.
I feel like he got the better performances out of the actors.
Yeah, very, very possible. But like once again, like the first film was kind of maybe not the biggest budget, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Let me just read Austin. Austin here says Rey had no training in Part 7. How could she even fight him? It's illogical, but it just shows you the type of people who were behind those so-called sequels. I know I couldn't believe it when that happened. Let's just pick up a saber without, Luke had all these, whatever days, weeks of training on Dagobah, but Rey can just pick up a saber and win. We've got
and some people were go on.
No, you can go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Some people were saying, yeah, but Luke didn't have any training, and he was flying X-wings, and the first one was like, yeah, but it's set up. Because Obi-Wan says, oh, I believe you've become quite a pilot yourself. So it is set up that he's
already a pilot. We lost him. It says reconnecting. Welcome, Wade. Is Matt still with us? Maybe Matt's no longer with us. Welcome, Wade.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but we lost you. What were you saying?
What What was I saying?
Oh, hell.
Like I say, some people say that Luke was very competent all of a sudden in a New Hope. It's actually written in the script that Obi-Wan says, "I've heard you've become quite a great pilot yourself," and it's set up. It's not just,
yep.
He can do this now, he can do that, like Rey.
You're absolutely right.
You see what I'm saying?
He could do it before the movie started.
Yeah, and also he's got aspirations of, getting off Tatooine, and so it's it makes sense. Whereas Rey doesn't have any interest in going anywhere. It's very odd. Anyway,
all she can do is collect junk and shine it up.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of times Luke gets his ass beaten in the original show, like from the Sand People, and then Empire, he gets beaten up and his arm chopped off, and and by the third film, it's really satisfying to see how much he's grown. And, yeah,
it's like he needs 3 movies to get to where Rey is at the beginning of her.
Yeah. I once saw someone did a parody if Luke was Rey, and they just re-edited A New Hope, and it was saying Obi-Wan turns up and he just says, "Oh, you're not required. I already know how to do this." And he doesn't need C-3PO because he can already understand R2-D2 just like that. And he doesn't need Han because he can fly the Millennium Falcon by himself. It's just basically would be just him.
That's pretty much accurate, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think Daisy Ridley's a very good actress either.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I thought she was, especially in The Last Jedi, I thought she was very cringe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let me just read Wade's here. Wade just bought Star Wars Phantom Menace on Laserdisc, so he finds it funny that he comes on here to hear us all talking about Star Wars. He continues, Phantom Menace is a Japanese Laserdisc release, but on that flat, on flat LCD TVs, when you zoom in, you won't or shouldn't see the Japanese subtitles because the Japanese titles are below the picture. That's true. Yeah, by the time that movie came out, oh God, I can remember the release on that on home video. Like the DVD didn't come out for a while for some reason. The first release that I can remember that came out was a VHS tape of Phantom Menace. It was kind of disappointing because when that movie came out in theaters, DVD was only 2 years old, and it took a while for Lucas to. It was kind of really stupid, honestly. It's probably a way to sell more tapes, but Lucas didn't embrace DVD right away, and it took a while for Phantom Menace to even come out on DVD.
Yeah, I remember having that on video. Yeah, I think I may have got it for Christmas. No, I don't own any of the prequels on DVD, so that might be a good point. Maybe you should have released them earlier.
It seems to me that the original, well, of course, it's not the original. The special edition trilogy of the original trilogy didn't come out on DVD in America until 2004.
Really? That is surprising.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, you know what I don't like about this? Sounds kind of really nerdy, but I always loved, on the VHS, I always loved the covers because it was just the original film posters.
Yeah, that's
on the VHS.
That's another.
They keep bringing out these DVDs, and why don't they just put these really tacky looking pictures on? I don't know why they don't just use the original paintings and stuff. I don't get it.
Well, that was a big thing for me with the prequels as well, because the prequels have beautiful, like whether they're digital or real painting posters or not, beautiful posters that look like paintings. Yeah. And then in North America, maybe it's the same in the UK. When they came out on video, it was just looked like a B movie cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about every collection of the Star Wars I've got. It looks like some, I don't know, crappy word art montage or something. I don't know.
No, I agree completely. I don't know what the hell happened.
Because I remember having the original 3 before the special editions, and I always loved the Empire Strikes Back cover with Han and Leia holding each other, and I think Luke was on a what do you call it? What's his snow horse called? Why can't I think of this?
Hoth. Oh, the horse, Tauntaun.
A Tauntaun. Do you know the cover I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the theatrical poster.
Yeah, I love that, and I don't know why they don't really put some care into the presentation of how, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's one of the big mysteries. Let me read some comments here.
Go for it.
Where the hell am I? So, okay, Wade says there's video clips of the Phantom Menace Laserdisc on YouTube, and the video quality is impressive for Laserdisc. Austin says Phantom Menace not being on DVD in '99 was weird, although there was a widescreen VHS. Yeah, I got that widescreen VHS because that was the only thing you could get it on when it came out. It was just ridiculous. Wade says apparently the sound is supposed to be great too with AC3 sound on the Laserdisc, but I don't have AC3 on either of my Laserdisc players. However, Panasonic blah 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 does have MASH audio chip, which is good. Technical garble. Austin says the prequel posters looked awesome. The video covers look like crap. And Wade says Phantom Menace, Clone Wars, or Revenge of the Sith, which is the best out of those 3. For me, Wade got here after I already said that, but for me, the prequel trilogies are get better as they go on. So my least favorite's the first one, second favorite, second, third favorite, third one.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I just think I like the way there's just a few scenes from Phantom Menace that hold up, and I think it's just that Darth Vader scene. Sorry, Darth Maul.
Yeah, well, I completely understand where you're coming from. When we saw that in the theater, that the pod race scene is like a movie within a movie. That was really impressive.
Yeah,
and
no,
like
I think Phantom Menace gets slightly overhated. From what I remember, I will have to watch it again.
You might have a little bit of something there. I think a lot of people, all they think of is Jar Jar when they think of the movies.
Jar Jar Binks, yeah. And I didn't think Jake Lloyd was all that bad, I guess. It's like, yeah, he's a kid actor acting like a kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really his fault. I mean, it's just doing what he was told to do. I don't know why we had to see him as a kid, though. Why? It just seems a bit pointless to me. But
oh, you mean Anakin see him for the first time as a kid? Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe the fact that he was gifted from a young age or some crap.
Yeah, I guess so. But he's just too, with all the yippee and all that, he's just too, I don't know.
I hate the yippee shit.
I think he grows up to be Darth Vader. It just, you think he'd have a slightly darker edge or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like the yippies.
No, this is pod racing.
Hey, that was an American accent.
Hasn't Jake Lloyd gone? I don't mean to be disrespectful, but gone a bit insane apparently.
Well, from what they say in the media, I guess.
Well,
that's what they say.
I think he's schizophrenic now or something. Or
well, child actors. I think that's really not good for the psyche of a kid to be a child actor, even if you're even in just a couple of movies. I think it's from what. Yeah, it's not necessarily the best way to grow up, from what I understand. I'm glad I'm not a child actor.
Yeah, I think it's that you peak early, and I guess the only way to go is to go down. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, like Ethan Hawke is one of the only ones I can really think of that kept on going. There's probably more, but
Jodie Foster.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Drew Barrymore went off the rails, didn't she? So
yeah.
Kid from E.T. Elliot, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's
recently.
Oh,
Haunting of
recently.
Hill House and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So he's doing all right.
Wade says maybe Wade can stream the Laserdisc for all of you. The problem is that we appreciate that, but the problem is like getting us all together at the same time. That's my only problem with something like that. Like, but we don't. Otherwise, we appreciate the gesture. Austin says the special edition posters for the original Star Wars trilogy weren't too bad either. Yeah, that's true. Do you remember the special edition posters, Will?
Yeah, I think they. I'm trying to think what they were now.
Yeah, maybe you don't remember them, but they were pretty good as well. They were like paintings and stuff.
I do remember that A New Hope had Luke, Han and Leia, and it was kind of with a Tatooine background on it. I seem to remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I do remember a bit. Yeah.
I can remember the Empire special edition poster though, because I got like a cheap little smaller version of it hanging up in a room, so I can remember that one. But the other two I don't remember. But yeah,
I remember the box set with like a half of Darth Vader's face, kind of like in a golden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember my older brother getting that. Probably 1998, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
For Christmas, but that was cool.
Wade says, "Is Jake Lloyd, the kid from Jingle All the Way?" Yes, he is. Wade says he knows he is from Phantom Menace, obviously, but he's pretty sure he was in other films too. Yeah, all I know he was in the other movie was Jingle All the Way, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. Austin says Wade Wilson. Yes, he was. Oh, he answered the question. Jason Sum is here. Jason says Jake Lloyd took a beating as a kid. He was in a major film franchise and got hounded by all the Star Wars fanboys for years. Yeah, it can't be easy to grow up like that. People would think people would worship you, but it's more like they're jealous, so they're going to treat you like shit.
Yeah.
One more comment here.
Yeah,
Wait. Go ahead, Will.
No, I mean, it's probably a shame he didn't try and do other projects and just prove himself otherwise, I guess, or he just had enough. I don't know.
Well, I was working at the video store movie gallery, and we actually did get a DVD, and I can't remember for the life of me what the movie was, but it had Jake Lloyd as like a teenager. I can't remember. Obviously, you could find it on IMDb or something, but I was kind of laughed at.
Oh, right.
I kind of laughed at that. I'm like, all right, Jake Lloyd, yay.
Yeah. Now, is Jake Lloyd a better actor than Hayden Christensen, or the other way around?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. I don't know. I always like the mystique of just hearing about Anakin in the originals. Rather than seeing him as a kind of bratty teenager. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
Wade says in regards to his stream, we can do it on your radio time slot at 2 p.m. one of these days, or are you not willing to give up that time slot? Yeah, I think I might not be willing to give it up. Jason says genre fans are obsessed and overly picky. What would you say to that, Will?
Sorry, I missed that last part.
Jason says, I don't know if he means Star Wars. He says genre, as in, I don't know, any film genre. Genre fans are obsessed and overly picky.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, people have said that to me, which is a fair comment, but it's quality I want. Not, I want this, I want to see this, this, and this. I want a good story, good characters, and a plot that makes sense. Like a cohesive through line like the originals had. Just want quality films. Not, it's not so much I need to see Luke Skywalker using the Force at this point, or it just is. If it just good. I don't think the sequels were well written at all. I think they were very Did you get the sense that they were making it up as they went along?
Well, I mean, that's one way to put it. I think most movies made now are just soulless at the end of the day. That's the one word I would use to describe them. Like the original trilogy compared to the sequel trilogy. I mean, it's just the original trilogy had soul, and sequel one doesn't, in my opinion.
No, I mean, no soul whatsoever. It's kind of it was odd. I was so excited for The Force Awakens, and I think that was a different time at that point. It was kind of the start of that whole resurgence of nostalgia and stuff, because you had Jurassic World.
Oh, that's
and
a
then
good point.
And I kind of fell for it.
Yeah, that's a good point. The beginning of the, milking you, making money off of nostalgia.
It'd been around before, because he did have like the Indiana Jones 4 and then Die Hard 4. But I think it really started to take its toll around that time.
Yeah.
So it's a shame. It really is a shame, because I used to love going to the cinema.
I know, what a bummer.
To be fair, though, I could go back 8 years ago, and I was seeing some really great, like maybe 6-7 years ago, I've seen some really great films I still thought were coming out, like Dallas Buyers Club. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
I think that's a great film. I saw Argo. I thought that was a really good film, and trying to think of some more. I'd still see a lot of really good films, I thought, at the cinema. And now I'm just constantly disappointed.
I know, what a bummer.
See, honestly, I think there's been a change in the last 4 or 5 years. And I know you don't want to get political, which is fine, but I really do think there's like boxes that need to be ticked before they can even think about what the story is or how good it should be, or
Yeah.
That's just my point of view.
Well, thank you for your point of view. Let me read Jason here. Jason says there are dozens of YouTube videos of people just hounding Jake Lloyd. It's sad. He also changed his name due to stalkers.
Wow.
Wade says I wouldn't even recognize Jake Lloyd in real life as a kid or adult. I don't obsess with celebrities like some people do. I'm also the type of person just to keep to myself. Austin says, this could go for you too, Will, ever seen Killer Joe?
No, I know that's Matthew McConaughey, isn't it? But no, I haven't.
I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
I think it's William Friedkin movie, isn't it?
Oh wow, he's still doing stuff.
This guy.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I think this is probably going back 10 years. No, probably not that long ago. I don't know, but I definitely like Matthew McConaughey and Dallas Buyers Club. I recommend that one.
All right, everyone, that you've heard it from Will. Dallas Buyers Club. What the hell is it about? It doesn't interest me. What's it about?
It's basically based on a true story. It's quite heavy. This guy who's a kind of a redneck rodeo kind of like, I don't know, what would you call it, like white trash American. He I know it doesn't sound the best, the most pleasant, but he contracts AIDS, HIV, and he's told he's only got 30 days to live. And he finds this drug through the back door that's keeping him alive. And he ends up trying to smuggle it in from Mexico, and he kind of ends up becoming an accidental hero and saves a lot of lives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Very cool.
But it's a good film, because he's kind of like he's an arsehole, and he remains an arsehole more or less up until the end, but kind of softens a little bit. But the film doesn't completely sell out, if you know what I mean, become mushy. He's still kind of an accidental hero, if that makes sense.
Okay. Austin says,
so yeah, definitely a character film.
Okay, very cool. Austin says Hollywood doesn't make movies anymore, just agenda-driven PSAs that make no money. Or yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, it's. I mean, everyone's talking about the new Spider-Man film at the moment. I've got absolutely no interest. I don't know how everyone else feels.
Yeah, personally, I didn't like the last one, so I'm not really interested in this one. But Matt Heagerty, and who's often in the chat and who was on Skype last week, liked it. So,
okay.
So that's just some feedback from someone who has seen it.
Yeah, I saw Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I thought that was okay.
Yeah, the Homecoming Homecoming I thought was okay, but I didn't like at all Far From Home.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, good, lucky.
Just...
Jason,
no, the whole superhero thing. I don't know. I'd had enough by Spider-Man 3. You know.
Right. For me, I'm really kind of just done with superheroes after Avengers Endgame, honestly.
Yeah, I'd lost interest long before then.
Okay.
I missed the whole Avengers thing.
Yeah, well, that makes even more sense.
A lot of it's personal preference. I've never been the biggest superhero fan ever. Anyway, I like the Michael Keaton Batman movies.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, but I don't know. I think I was always more into Jaws and Spielberg movies and things like that, and thrillers rather than superhero. I never read comics or anything like that.
Same here.
Yeah.
Jason says, didn't the writer of Dallas Buyers Club just die a few days ago? I don't know.
Really? Oh wow, didn't know that.
I don't know. That's what Jason says, so it must be true.
That's sad. Yeah. No, I didn't know anything about that, but strongly recommend the film. Do you like drama films, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on the drama film, but yeah, I'm not opposed to a drama film.
It's one of those films where you're just captivated by his performance.
Well, like for me, like I'm a big fan of Paul Thomas Anderson. For me, like I don't know if you might be able to call the movie There Will Be Blood drama, I would imagine, and
yeah,
his movie that he did by the name of The Master. Those movies to me are really great, and also Phantom Thread.
Yeah, I've seen There Will Be Blood, and I thought that was great.
Oh yeah, that movie just floored me when I saw it. I saw it with my dad.
Yeah. Well, it was a weird one because if you ever watch a film and you're watching it and you're not sure if you're liking it or not, and then by the end you switch it off and you're still not sure, well then it stayed with me for about a week. I kept thinking about it, so I thought, oh well, it must have done something.
Yeah,
and then I appreciated it, and it really grew on me.
Yeah, for me, I loved it just from the very beginning.
I mean, I thought it was a really well made film all the way through and well acted. But I didn't realize how much it kind of affected me until I kind of had to process it. Sometimes those are the best films, you know.
Yep. I think they get into your psyche.
Yeah, basically get under your skin. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre did that. And it still lingers with me.
I can assume we're talking about the original.
No, the remake. No, I'm joking. Yeah, the original.
That was close. You were close to being canceled.
I was going to say there's a film, any film that's oozing with just atmosphere, it's that film.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like I can't describe it. It's almost like you feel almost stressed from watching it, but in the best kind of way. And you know how it's supposed to be roasting, boiling hot. It kind of just seeps through. I don't know. It's just got a certain way. The way it's made is very. I think maybe it's just the way it's shot, or the graininess of it.
Yeah, you're right. It does have that just blistering hot quality.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Austin says, haven't cared about Spider-Man since Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, same.
Let me just catch up on some comments here. Wade says, I'm not big into superhero movies, though he does enjoy Christopher Reeve Superman movies and Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah.
He also enjoyed the Blade movies, but don't know if Blade counts as a hero or anti-hero.
Well, you know, we said about Superman, Christopher Reeves, and the Tim Burton Batman movies. I don't kind of class them as what's going on now. I just feel like there is just a different era and a different, you know, they were kind of like how many kind of made the films, and then you didn't get a lot of superhero movies. It was just see now these are all trend movies. So
you're absolutely right. It was a completely different era before they became this thing that just, you know, saturated the media with.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think film will have a resurgence and we'll get independent filmmakers? And I mean, I know that's still happening now, but kind of like in the 70s, there was like a big surge of like independent filmmakers. I think we'll, you know, kind of like John Carpenter and Wes Craven and Toby Hooper.
My take,
kind of making B movies, but they became like A-listed movies. Do you think that'll happen again?
My take on that is everything's just gonna go get worse and worse. Like that era of those indie movies is just gone. That I hate to be a pessimist, but I mean everything's just becoming more corporate, more this, more that. I can remember. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I can remember after Paranormal Activity did well, like Paramount said they were going to create this, like this other label or something, and start putting out different kinds of lower budget movies. I don't remember. I don't know if that ever happened. That was kind of a. I hate Paranormal Activity movies, but that was kind of cool news at the time. Like, oh, wait, maybe they're going to put out something good. But I don't know if that ever happened or was just a bunch of BS.
Yeah, I think like in the early 2000s, he got like Blair Witch Project and other stuff like that, Kevin Smith movies and all that.
Yeah, it seems like when
they felt more independent.
It seems like when something like, you know, Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity happens, like it's just, it happens, and then if they try to do a sequel and it fails, then that's just the end of it, and it's not like all kinds of other ones come out of the woodwork, you know?
Yeah. What's your? I actually, when I've seen people talk about Blair Witch, most people hate it. I actually really like it, and I completely get why people don't like it. But that's one of the few found footage ones I actually like. But.
Yeah, I guess I don't really like it. The thing I do like about it is just being out in the woods and stuff. I do enjoy. I appreciate the environment, but I kind of despise found footage personally. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think I watched it with kind of through the eyes of whenever I watch it through the eyes of when it came out, and it was different.
Yeah, I hear you there. Yeah, before all kinds of found footage movies.
Yeah, it was kind of a new thing, and the film's quite grungy, and I like that. You know, they're like dressed quite 90s, and I don't know, it just reminds me of that time.
Yeah, I like the feel of the movie, but I just don't like the movie, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, I don't know how long you want to blab.
No, I'm good for a bit longer.
Let me just catch up on chat real quick. We've got C-Snap.
Yeah, sure.
C-Snap in the house. He says, I don't know who Nicholas Hammond is, but he says Nicholas Hammond was the best Spider-Man. He's making a joke, I think. But I don't even know who that is.
Was that the TV show one?
That's what I was thinking. It could be.
Because it was like a live action TV show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe that's what he means.
Yeah.
Jason says,
I think that...
Go ahead.
No, I think I remember seeing that years ago.
Jason says comic book films draw crazy money. That's why they're still being pumped out. At some point, it'll bottom out. Yeah, well, when
I don't know.
Yeah, Matt. Well, not Matt. Will's not so sure that they'll bottom out at the rate we're going. I think people love. It's funny because I think people really love to escape into them, and it's like they're making the world worse and worse. So people are going to need more and more escape. So if anything, maybe they'll just start making more of them.
Yeah, I guess so. Look, I like it sounds like I'm really down on superheroes. I'm not. I'm down on the oversaturation of every time I go to the cinema as a trailer for a new CGI big spectacular, and it just they all look really tacky to me, you know.
Yeah, look how many CG characters are on the screen at once. This is epic.
I know. I mean, when the Sam Raimi one came out, it was a big deal.
That's true.
We'd never seen anything like that really on screen, so I don't know.
Jason says he screwed up. The director of Dallas Buyers Club was the person who passed away.
Oh. He's got him mixed up?
I guess he mixed up the writer with the director.
Oh, it's the director who died?
Says Jason, yep.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah. I didn't know anything about that.
In a few lines, he'll say it was the editor.
Yeah. Or just someone from a completely different film, maybe. I don't know.
No, the director of Dallas Buyers Club, I guess, died as opposed to the writer of Dallas Buyers Club.
Right.
Where the hell am I? Holy crap. Let me read this comment here. Wade says Paul Feig cried about Ghostbusters 2016 not being in the latest Blu-ray collection of Ghostbusters movies. I think because of all the crying, they ended up adding a digital copy of Ghostbusters 2016. That's ridiculous. And Wade says Paul Feig is the director of Ghostbusters 2016. That's true. Wade says, I believe. Wade talks a lot. He says, I believe he heard the box art collection is over $100, which is insane for Blu-ray movies. That's what 3 Blu-ray movies in a collection, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and Afterlife. Yeah, I don't quite get that.
Oh. Yeah, I've just got Ghostbusters on DVD. That's all I need.
Okay, Jason inputs about the indie movies. He says there's still awesome indie films, but nobody will give them a chance. Though no marketing. He says Shiva Baby and Donnie's Bar Mitzvah, 2 awesome, great indie films Hollywood would never get behind. We're right. That's Danny's Bar Mitzvah. Isn't that Paul Thomas Anderson? I'm all for that. I don't know who did Shiva Baby.
Right. Is Paul Thomas Anderson Boogie Nights?
Oh no, Don. One second. The Bar Mitzvah isn't Paul Thomas Anderson. He's got a new one out with something about pizza in the title. But yeah, he did Boogie Nights.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you a good film. This is about 4 or 5 years old. It had Michael Keaton in, called The Founder. Did you see that?
Oh no, I didn't see The Founder. I thought you were going to mention Birdman.
No, I like Birdman. That was good.
Yeah, I love Birdman. I didn't see The Founder.
Well, The Founder was about the birth of McDonald's, which, yeah, that sounds riveting, doesn't it? But it was a really good film, I thought.
Yeah, that's why I didn't see it.
No, well, I like films about kind of entrepreneurs, you know, kind of starting from nothing and how they kind of build an empire. I just find that.
Yeah.
I just find that entertaining. In fact, that's what kind of Ghostbusters is.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say earlier. Yeah.
So, yeah, The Founder. I recommend that.
C-Snap says, yes, the TV show Spider-Man from the 70s. He was also one of the Von Trapp kids from The Sound of Music. Oh, wow. I wouldn't know anything about that. Austin says, if people went to Marvel films Wait, if people want Marvel films to die out, then stop paying money to see them. That's true. He even put that in caps, so he was yelling.
Yeah. Well, I don't think people do want them to end. So
Damn people.
I do, but
Well, then
there you go.
You gotta go keep everyone from going into the theater then, Will.
Yeah. I don't know.
Austin says,
isn't there another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie coming out?
I think that's coming on Netflix or some crap. So that's what Texas Chainsaw has become, Netflix special.
I've so lost track of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Wasn't there the remake? Then there was a sequel or a prequel to the remake.
Yeah.
Then they did like another sequel that was attached to the original, and then another remake. I'm completely lost with it.
Yeah, the Chainsaw movies became a disaster after the prequel to the remake.
Right. I think I saw the second one and I just thought it was really bizarre.
You mean the prequel?
No, the just Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Oh, the original sequel.
Yeah, and I just thought it was really weird. So I don't know. The one with Dennis Hopper in it.
Yeah, that one I don't like that much anymore either.
Yeah. It's different from the first one. I'll give him that.
Austin says the cancellation of Matrix 5 proves his point. No money, no more sequels.
Yeah.
That
does surprise me that the Matrix hasn't done very well.
I'm kind of, if that's true, I'm kind of glad, honestly.
Yeah. Do you think it's just younger people aren't interested in it?
It could be. I mean, we've got a whole new generation now that, there hasn't been a Matrix movie in the theater, and, they're going to almost be, I don't know how it was. So, yeah, it's about like next year, it'll be like, what, 19 years since there was a Matrix in the theater. You've got a whole generation that, that doesn't give a crap about it.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of the original one?
I wouldn't say big fan, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. It's just that greeny, murky tint it's got to it. Just, I don't know. It's just, I don't like the look of the film. It puts me off.
You no longer like the look of it, the green tint?
No, I never liked it. I don't know if it was added on later to DVDs or something, or it just, I don't know. It kind of looks a bit like a David Fincher film. I don't know. It just doesn't. It's kind of got that kind of yellowy, greeny tint to it. I don't like it.
I think when the first one came out, the first one had more of a silvery color to it, and then the sequels came out, and that's when those were green, and I think they went back and changed the original to green.
Really? Oh wow. Well, maybe I should try and
find a DVD. Yeah, DVD from '99 of the first one might be the way to go.
Right. Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm not I'm not 100% sure, but I think that maybe someone in the chat can confirm or my little speculation on that.
Yeah. Just I like the Matrix. I was never that into it, but yeah, pretty groundbreaking stuff.
Wade asks, isn't Michael Keaton woke and insane in real life? I like him as an actor, but he comes off as a douche in real life. Yeah, I don't know anything about him personally myself.
No, I don't really. I don't know if I've seen any interviews with him or what.
Jason's optimistic. He says comic book adaptation will burn out. It happens all the time. Oversaturation killed 80s horror, hair metal, etc. History always repeats itself. Well, it's good to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Wade says Chainsaw 2, the original sequel, comes off more as a parody than it does a proper sequel to the original. It's way too goofy. Isn't that a bummer? You take a sequel to one of the best freaking horror movies ever is just this big joke.
Which film is he talking about there?
The first Texas Chainsaw sequel
Oh right, yeah.
with Dennis
Yeah,
Hopper.
I just thought it was bizarre.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least he didn't just do a rehash, I guess. But
Austin says he likes the first 3 Chainsaw movies, and the remake isn't too bad. I like the. Have you seen the third one, Will? I like the third one, Leatherface Chainsaw 3.
oh yeah. Has that got who has it got in? Who went on to be in the Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah. I thought that one was okay.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater with my dad. I like that one.
And then there was Next Generation, which I haven't seen.
Yeah, you're really not missing much.
Right. Oh man.
Austin,
So I think. Go on.
no, you can go on. You're the guest.
I think the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre has such a unique experience and a film. Just trying to make a sequel is just pointless anyway, which you could say about a lot of things, but
Yeah, that was like
I don't know.
this magic that was just captured in a bottle. You can't recapture that again.
No. It is, if any film I could say captures being in a nightmare, it's that film.
Yeah, it's really something, especially the end when she's chained to the chair around the table.
Yeah, and the very last shot when he's just swinging the chainsaw around and the sun is just beaming through. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
And it always amazes me though. People today go, "Oh, movies back then were a lot tamer," and I'm like, "Really? You've not seen Last House on the Left and Texas Chainsaw Massacre?" And I don't agree with that, to be honest. I think they were a lot more. You know, I can't think of a more disturbing film than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think.
Yeah, maybe the people that are saying those things are talking more along the terms of on-screen violence or something, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't mean like gore or.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
That's all I can think of. They mean though, is because you don't really see much in those movies you cited, but they're still horror. Really well. They're still horrifying.
Yeah, I think it's the kind of the trauma that she's in when she's tied to that chair is almost unbearable to watch. When she's screaming and when Leatherface just is looking straight into her eyes and into the camera, it's almost you have to switch it off again.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It does get good, and the music's all going crazy, and
yeah, it's very the music as well is. It's not really a score. It's just banging on. It's very what's the word, like avant-garde? Just banging on
pots and pans. Yeah,
pots and pans. Yeah, it works though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Austin says, why go see Matrix 4 in the theater if you can just watch it on HBO Max for free? That's true. Of course, you've got to have HBO Max already. But
that could be another reason why it's flopped.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people think we'll watch that maybe after Christmas or something on TV on HBO, and people just haven't bothered to go to the cinema and stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't think Spider-Man is on streaming. I think it's theater only, which would indicate why the success of it.
Yeah, and another thing, Spider-Man could have completely just overshadowed it as well.
That's true.
A bit like, is it Last Action Hero came out the same time as Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I think so. I think it came out, the same summer. Yep.
And Last Action Hero completely tanked.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the way it goes.
Oh, okay. Looks like Austin confirms my thing I said earlier. The first Matrix never had the green filter in the theaters in,
Oh,
in
right.
DVD. They changed it to green later.
Right. So maybe I need to find an original DVD.
Yeah, the cover of the original DVD's got the silvery color palette.
Right. Okay. So they went back and changed it to look more like the sequels then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for some reason they decided to go green with the sequels, and then they changed the first one to match the sequels.
Oh my God. Oh man. No, no, that's not a good move in my opinion, but there you go.
Yeah, Jason says Matrix in 4K looks really slick. I wouldn't know. Is it? I would imagine it's still green.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I reckon it's been about 16 years since I've seen it.
Austin says right below Jason's comment that the 4K got rid of the green filter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the only problem with looking at the first Matrix now is some of the effects are going to probably not stand up very well, but it'll still be fun.
Yeah, that's all right. I suppose that was at the time when, I suppose like the early noughties, a lot of the CGI does look a bit dodgy now.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know. But like I say, I've mentioned to you before, I still don't get young people saying, oh, it'd be better if it had modern effects. Like, you know, old film movies, like I mentioned First Blood. It's like, well, so you want him to just not ride it for real and be a fake background? I don't understand.
Yeah, well, I guess if you just grow up with something, you just what you're used to and what you accept, I guess. If you grow up with fake looking movies, it's just how you want your movies, I guess.
Yeah. It's like we could go to a recording studio and I could hire him to play a violin for real, or I could play it in on a synthesizer. It's that kind of equivalent, you know. It's like I don't get it.
I know. Wade says, didn't Leatherface use his chainsaw on a block of ice instead of attempting to kill the girl, and he was getting turned on by it? That was so weird. Yeah, and Chainsaw 2, yep.
Oh, I can't remember. Doesn't Texas Chainsaw 2 revolve around that girl DJ or something?
It pretty much.
That's all I can remember.
Yeah, pretty much does. She's the DJ that's going to solve the chainsaw murder crimes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Austin does say something that's true, I guess. He says Chainsaw 2 has some nice Tom Savini gore in it, though.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to rewatch it.
No, it's not worth watching it to see the gore.
All right. I think it's just because I was so impressed with the first one.
Right.
And watching the second one was just a massive drop in quality.
Yeah, it's just such a bummer that the tone shifted so dramatically.
Yeah, I like it. I respect it for being different, but it's just not good different.
Jason says Leatherface Chainsaw 3 is awesome. The X-rated cut is awesome. It's a shame New Line buried the film and caved to the MPAA. That's true.
Yeah, I think the third one kind of goes back to what the original one was a little bit more, just kind of people, the car breaks down, that kind of thing, and they get caught up with the family again, basically, isn't it? It's a little bit more of your standard setup, I seem to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen it. I can't remember much about it.
It's funny how, you know, after the second Chainsaw film, the first sequel, like everything that comes after is kind of just a remake of the original.
Yeah. It's funny because they keep just tricking us in the trailers. Like it's going to be connected straight to the original, and it's going to be back to its roots, and it's going to be like the first one, and it's just not.
Yeah.
They keep doing it, and I keep falling for it.
It's kind of like the Friday films. It's like final chapter. You got to see it. Okay, this is the new beginning. You got to see it. Oh, Jason Lives. You got to see it. New Blood. You got to see it.
Yeah. What's your favorite of the Friday the 13th? Fourth one, did you say?
No, the original and then the fourth one.
Original, then the fourth one. Yeah. I think that's a good shout. Hello, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Did you ask a question? I'm still here.
No, I just said that's a good shout. The first one, then the fourth one. I probably could agree with that.
Yay.
I don't mind the third one.
Third one's goofy 3D gimmickry.
I like the disco music in it.
Yeah, there you go. Austin
cool.
Austin says apparently the work print of Chainsaw 3 has even more gore scenes than the unrated cut. Interesting. Never heard of that. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm getting kind of what do I call it? Chat fatigue here.
Yeah. Well, I've got to shoot in a few minutes anyway, so I'll let you read through. Is Matt coming back?
Yeah, I think Matt's gone, but that's okay. He had the whole show last week, so I don't think he minds.
Okay. Fair play. Well, any plans for New Year's?
No, we might most likely watch New Year's Evil, I would imagine. That's pretty much all we do.
Okay. Nice. Well, so wish everyone a Happy New Year and everything. And I'm going to sign off then, all right?
Very cool. Nice talking to you. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, you too, Nate. Yeah, all the best. And talk to you in the new year then.
Talk to you next year.
All right. Okay, all the best.
Ciao.
See ya.
All right. Skype call with Will Powell ended. Let's see if I can catch up on chat here. Holy shit. Jason says, I don't even know this movie. Malemba could never be made now. It's 100 times crazier than The Exorcist. Jason says, Austin, yeah, I was talking about the X-rated version work print. Best leaked work print in his opinion. Austin says, also people are probably just illegally downloading Matrix 4 as well, probably. Jason says, just search Texas Chainsaw 3 work print. You'll more than likely have to pay for a DVD-R rip of it. He's got the VHS in storage. It's a bit harder to find, but still out in the wild or go to a convention. He continues to say Chainsaw 3D is actually unique, adds value to the original. People forget it made money at the box office. The internet was passive aggressive. Yeah, I actually do like Chainsaw 3D, which of course now on home video was just known as Texas Chainsaw 3D in the theater. I do like that. For me, that was the last good one they made. Wade says, did I tell you I picked up Austin Powers and Will Smith's Wild Wild West movies up on Laserdisc? No, you haven't. He says, have you seen either of those movies, Nate? I've seen Wild West, and I think I seen the first Austin Powers, but that was a long time ago. Speaking of Austin says even Canon Films didn't like Chainsaw 2 because they were expecting more of the first film but got a horror comedy instead. That's why they sold the rights off. That makes sense. Wade says bye to Will, and I'm caught up on chat. Is there anyone, well, it's kind of late in the show, but is there anyone else here that's interested in maybe, I don't know, maybe not so much, well, I don't know, in Skype talking, because Skype talking in the future? I didn't get a lot of feedback other than a couple thumbs up about it on my little, whatever you call it, community section there. If not, that's okay. Maybe that's enough for today anyway, but kind of talking about the future going forward. I know Wade has said he might be too chicken to talk on the phone, which is fine. Austin says Chainsaw 2 got an X and Hooper just released it unrated. Yeah, I don't know how the hell they did that. Jason says, wasn't Wild Wild West originally Superman Returns? Yeah, I don't know anything about that. And I'm pretty sure we no longer have Matt. I wonder what happens if I were to try to actually call Matt. Should we find out? I think we're going to find out. He might not longer be on there, which is fine. We got I think it was close to an hour of Matt on the beginning of the show where we were trying to figure out the best way to do the Skype thing. Let's just see what happens if I press call. Yeah, Matt might be gone, which is fine. Wade says the spider monster robot in Wild West was supposed to be the spider monster Nicolas Cage was supposed to fight in his Superman movie that was canceled. Wasn't that Tim Burton's Superman movie? Yeah, it very well might be. We could probably, we're at 2 hours and 26 minutes into the show. We could probably go to 3 hours and then call it good. I don't think anyone responded. Anyone else in chat interested in a Skype call now or in the future? If not, that's okay. Jason says Tim Burton and Kevin Smith. I think he means they both were going to take a crack at Superman and it didn't end up happening. I'm caught up on chat. Wow, what a deal. Yeah, sorry about the Nate and Beth show, the last Nate and Beth show. I got overwhelmed by chat and I just kind of stopped reading it. It's not my intention to ignore people. I just was protecting my sanity. Austin says there was going to be a Superman 5 with Reeves. Wow, I can't believe they'd even think of doing something after 4. Wade says, from the Blu-ray clips I've seen of Wild Wild West, the spider robot CGI isn't half bad for 99. Maybe that's about the time period CG started getting better, or they had spent a lot on the effects. Yeah, that's, for say what you want about the movie, that the CG spider crab thing was really actually pretty cool. And like he says, I do think it kind of still holds up pretty well. All I can remember from Wild Wild West is that hot chick he was in the makeshift hot tub with at the beginning of Will Smith's introduction. That's all I can think about when I think of the movie. And the spider robot. Austin says he watched the Chucky TV series. It's ridiculous. I'm assuming bad ridiculous. Jason says the death of Superman is a super interesting story. The movie, it's worth going down the rabbit hole. Death of Superman was with Kevin Smith and Tim Burton. Smith wrote several drafts. Austin says Spawn CGI didn't hold up. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that, but it kind of reminds me of the first Mortal Kombat movie, kind of comparable, perhaps. Pardon me. Tummy troubles today. I actually woke up today. Oh man. And didn't know if I was gonna do the show. I was like kind of tummy troubles. So far we've made it through. So we'll probably make it through the show, but just a little whatever self-pampering before the show, and I got to feeling better. We've got Future Boy here. He says hello and waves his hand. Wade says Spawn's cape in the 97 movie is horrendous CGI. Yeah, it's funny, after Jurassic Park, a lot of movies were starting to utilize CG right after Jurassic Park into like absolutely laughable. Some of it is just horrible. Like, I think, Mortal Kombat and stuff. Austin says he was surprised by the Chainsaw remake. I don't know what that means or which one you're even talking about. Surprised, good surprised? Austin says Spawn looked horrendous in 97. So you think it even looked bad in 97? Jason says Spawn actually didn't hold up in the theater. It looked off even then. McFarlane is an egomaniac. He was getting money on the back end with New Line, that egomaniac. Hello, Future Boy. What's on your mind? What's the future like? Do things improve or get worse? I would imagine that it gets worse. Austin says, well, they didn't have the same cutting-edge CGI team like the Masters of Jurassic Park did. They were way over their heads. Right, but I just think it was funny that, after Jurassic Park's success, other people start making this shoddy-ass, laughable CG. Austin says, yeah, okay, so let's see here. I don't know. He says, yes, the 03 remake of Chainsaw, I imagine he's talking about. Oh, he was surprised by the 03 Chainsaw remake. Okay. But do we know if it's good surprised or bad surprise? Probably good surprise. Wade says the eBay seller I bought Wild West from has given me a Laserdisc copy of Billy Madison with it too. Have you seen Billy Madison? That's a pretty good movie. I'm trying to think if that's. I can't even. Yeah, if that's the Adam Sandler thing, I'm not big on Adam Sandler, I'm afraid. Okay, so Chainsaw 303 remake was a good surprise for Austin. Jason says the Spawn HBO series was awesome. Best animated series for being hard R. Future Boy says, I was a fan of Spawn comic after watching the Spawn movie in 97. He dropped out, but the animated Spawn show was good. Yeah, not a big comic book guy here myself, but that's okay. Austin says eBay sellers are too stingy these days. They must be broke. Yeah, well, times are tough, and I'm kind of concerned about where the future is heading, but none of us know except Future Boy. Wade says he would watch Spawn the cartoon on HBO with his dad when he was a kid back in 97. He would have been around 11 at the time. Yeah, better times when you're a kid, that's for sure. Jose Gomez is stopped on by to say, is this a movie title? He usually gives a year with it. He says River Plate. Jason asks, did I ever see the Predator remake a few years back? Actually very good, but social media liked it. Are we which one are we talking about? I'm trying to, was it called The Predator? If you're talking about that one, I got it and blind buy the Blu-ray and didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. Jason says killed it, so I'm assuming he thinks the movie killed it. Killed it in a good way. 'Cause it's so goofy now because killed it can be like a bad thing. Like if you kill a franchise, that's a bad thing. But killed it, I think, can also be regarded a good thing. So I don't know what the hell people mean anymore when they talk. Future Boy says in the future, Terminators will be roaming the earth. Humanity will seek refuge. Okay, thanks for that tip from the future. Austin says there's no Predator remake. Well, I think Jason considers The Predator to be a Predator remake. Jason says, yeah, The Predator. No, the internet made it bomb. All right, guys, so I have to take a walk away from the computer for a bit. It's kind of tummy troubles. That's all the details you're going to get, I'm afraid. So it's going to be a little bit of silence while I take care of some much needed business. Oh boy. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, everyone left. Ugh. Okay. Wade says his Night of the Creeps Laserdisc is his Night of the Creeps Laserdisc box art was bent when it came in the mail, so the seller's offering me a free Laserdisc, and he chose Howling 2 Laserdisc. That's so bad. That's a so bad movie. It's good. Have I ever seen Howling 2? No, I can't remember. Yeah, Wade's first guess might be correct. I'm not taking medicine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm hoping it's just something I ate yesterday. I don't actually come to think of it. You know what? Oh God, I think I should probably just end the show because I'm not feeling that good right now. So I think that'll do it. Oh yeah, I'm feeling not too good right now. So I appreciate you guys showing up. I'm sorry about the abrupt ending, but I gotta head on out. Thanks a lot, guys. Holy shit.